Another day, another story. Of property and other marks. Section 478 of IPC. Trademark. Representative by the Trade and Merchandise Marks Act, 1958, 43 of 1958, S. 135 and SCH. W. A. F. The 25th of November 1959. Section 479 of IPC. Property mark. A mark used for denoting that movable property belongs to a particular person is called a property mark. Section 480 of IPC. Using a false trademark. Representative by the Trade and Merchandise Marks Act, 1958, 43 of 1958, S. 135 and SCH. W. A. F. The 25th of November 1959. Section 481 of IPC. Using a false property mark. Whoever marks any movable property or goods or any case, package or other receptacle containing movable property or goods, or uses any case, package or other receptacle having any mark thereon, in a manner reasonably calculated to cause it to be believed that the property or goods so marked, or any property or goods contained in any such receptacle so marked, belong to a person to whom they do not belong, is said to use a false property mark. Section 482 of IPC. Punishment for using a false property mark. Whoever uses any false property mark shall, unless he proves that he acted without intent to defraud, be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 1 year, or with fine, or with both. Section 483 of IPC. Counterfeiting a property mark used by another. Whoever counterfeits any property mark used by any other person shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 2 years, or with fine, or with both. Section 484 of IPC. Counterfeiting a mark used by a public servant. Whoever counterfeits any property mark used by a public servant, or any mark used by a public servant to denote that any property has been manufactured by a particular person or at a particular time or place, or that the property is of a particular quality or has passed through a particular office, or that it is entitled to any exemption, or uses as genuine any such mark knowing the same to be counterfeit, shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 3 years, and shall also be liable to fine. Section 485 of IPC. Making or possession of any instrument for counterfeiting a property mark. Whoever makes or has in his possession any die, plate or other instrument for the purpose of counterfeiting a property mark, or has in his possession a property mark for the purpose of denoting that any goods belong to a person to whom they do not belong, shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 3 years, or with fine, or with both. Section 486 of IPC. Selling goods marked with a counterfeit property mark. Whoever sells, or exposes, or has in possession for sale, any goods or things with a counterfeit property mark affixed to or impressed upon the same or to or upon any case, package or other receptacle in which such goods are contained, shall, unless he proves, that, having taken all reasonable precautions against committing an offense against this section, he had at the time of the commission of the alleged offense no reason to suspect the genuineness of the mark, and, b. that, on demand made by or on behalf of the prosecutor, he gave all the information in his power with respect to the persons from whom he obtained such goods or things, or, c. that otherwise he had acted innocently, be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 1 year, or with fine, or with both. Section 487 of IPC. Making a false mark upon any receptacle containing goods. Whoever makes any false mark upon any case, package or other receptacle containing goods, in a manner reasonably calculated to cause any public servant or any other person to believe that such receptacle contains goods which it does not contain, or that it does not contain goods which it does contain, or that the goods contained in such receptacle are of a nature or quality different from the real nature or quality thereof, shall, unless he proves that he acted without intent to defraud, be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 3 years, or with fine, or with both. Section 488 of IPC. Punishment for making use of any such false mark. Whoever makes use of any such false mark in any manner prohibited by the last foregoing section shall, unless he proves that he acted without intent to defraud, be punished as if he had committed an offense against that section. Section 489 of IPC. Tampering with property mark with intent to cause injury. Whoever removes, destroys, defaces or adds to any property mark, intending or knowing it to be likely that he may thereby cause injury to any person, shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 1 year, or with fine, or with both. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more videos.